This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Take a look here. A wet, wintry system is moving through northern Nevada tonight. Find out how much rain and snow we can expect. Storm Watch tops Channel 2 News at 5 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kristen Remington. Wendy has the night off. Thank you for being with us. Okay, let's not waste any time. We have Storm Watch team coverage for you tonight. Chief Meteorologist Mike Algers in the Weather Center tracking the storm as it moves through town. And there you go, Adam Barahachikal on Mount Rose Highway at Tahoe Meadows after speaking with drivers dealing with all that snow up there, and it is coming down. Mike, let's start with you. Clearly it's snowing in some places tonight.
You know, it is, and this is one of the weirder storms you're ever going to see, because we've had even up as high as 7,000 feet rain kind of still mixing in. Most of the passes, such as Echo Summit, for instance, which is over 7,000 feet, over Highway 50, they still don't have any chain controls up there. The roads, while they are getting some snow on the top of Donner Summit, again a little over 7,000 feet, has sort of turned over to snow there, but again it's not really collecting. And then we're getting reports in some valley locations, such as down in Washoe Valley, Pleasant Valley, and also as you go south into Carson City, where you're actually getting snow down, these little columns of snow that is sticking onto the ground. Hasn't caused any real travel issues so far. Right here in Reno, we're just getting a whole bunch of rain. It's been a very, very active day for us. And as you can see up in the mountains, we're pretty well socked in. There's a live picture about as far as we can see from our Tahoe cam. All right, we need to take a look at a couple of things. First of all, let's look at the radar. You can see a very, very steady stream coming right up here from the south. And as this thing begins to move on up here, we are expecting to see at this point a fair amount of activity continuing right on through the night. You can see a very, very impressive little stream coming right through the area. If we zoom it in a little bit, we are looking to see, for the most part, rain in the valley. And again, snow levels are going to bounce up and down. There's a lot of uncertainty, and especially aerially, in terms of where we're going to see rain turning over to snow. But the upper levels of the mountains are certainly getting an awful lot of it, and we can expect them to continue to do so here for a while. In terms of what we can expect the next 24 hours, well, this is what the satellite picture looks like. This low is going to fill a little bit and lift, but it's still pulling up an awful lot of this subtropical moisture. And if you look at the next 24 hours on our future satellite and radar, it continues to pour into the mountains. Tomorrow we may see things ease off a little bit here on our side. You can see the main band of that is still up on the west side and up onto the crest of the Sierra. But I certainly do expect to at least see a little more rain down here. And good news for the mountains, unless you have to drive up there, a lot more snow up there. Speaking of driving up there, Adam Barahachikal is coming to us live here. Adam, it's been a long time since I've been able to toss to another reporter out in the field where I'm seeing so much snow dumping on top of them right now, like I am with you. It had to be tough to get up and down up there, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly. It was snowing pretty hard out there. I mean, right now I'm standing at about 6 to 7 inches of snow alone, and people know how dangerous that can be, like you said, to drive on the roads.
How about the ones in the snow who go over the speed limit and then slam on their brakes? and it's Slide City after that, and you look in your mirror and you go, oh no, here they come.
They just try and take it slow and be really cautious, leave early, and that's all you really can do, I think.
Well, driving up here, we found people taking their time and being mindful of others on the road, but there were a few people who were stuck and had to dig their way out of the snow. It was certainly a winter wonderland here on the highway, but down the valley, people brought out their umbrellas as it was raining pretty hard all day. But whether it's rain, sleet, or snow, everyone I talked to agreed this precipitation is much needed for our area.
We need the water, so the more rain, the better.
I think it's great. Good for the mountains, good for the skiers.
I love the weather. I'm so glad we finally got rain. Let's just hope it stays the rest of the week.
Now, to check the very latest road conditions, just dial 511 or head to our website at KTVN.com and click on the road conditions button at the top of the page. Covering Storm Watch live on Mount Rose Highway, Adam Barahachikal, Channel 2 News.
All right, be careful out there, Adam. Thank you. And with rain and snow in the forecast, some drivers may be unprepared for what Mother Nature is bringing this way. Landon Miller shows us what you can do while out on the roads.
Whether the roads are snowy or rainy, one thing is certain, we haven't really seen these conditions in a while. That's why the Nevada Highway Patrol says now is the time for a quick weather driving refresher.
We're not all the way prepared for bad weather like that.
But ready or not, here it comes. Make sure you have a fresh pair of wiper blades on. There's enough pressure and traction in your tires, and all of the engine fluids are at the right levels. Taking precautions when you're on the road is just as important as the preparations before you hit the road. Here's some quick tips from NDOT on driving in wintry weather. First off, turn on your headlights so you can see and be seen. Leave plenty of distance between yourself and other cars. You could still be cited following too close.
Even with the weather, you're still held accountable for your driving patterns and actions out there on the highway.
If your vehicle begins to skid, steer in the direction of the slide. And most importantly, don't stop and try to keep the car in motion.
If you lock up your brakes, you can't control the vehicle.
With rain on the valley floor, Gibson tells us the same rules apply, but it brings a unique set of challenges.
Which will actually bring that oil up out of the pavement. Makes for a little bit slicker road. It's not ice slick, but it's just oil slick from other fluids from other vehicles.
So whether it's snow in the mountains or rain on the valley, Gibson says the most important thing of all is time.
Because if you do get in a hurry, that's where you come into not being able to react to certain things because you're going too fast.
Covering Stormwatch, Landon Miller, Channel 2 News.
Tonight, we have new information about the shooting on the Renown Regional Medical Center campus almost 1 year ago. Today, the Reno Police Department released its final report on it. The report details the struggles that the shooter, Alan Frazier, says he went through leading up to the shooting. He claimed a botched vasectomy performed at Urology, Nevada in May of 2010 led to intolerable pain and suffering. Frazier wrote that he complained to the office, but he says they were not taking his complaint seriously and that they failed to run a crucial test prior to the procedure. Crime scene photos of Frazier's home show his intent to carry out the shooting that left 1 dead and 2 injured. He left notes asking people to take care of his belongings and several letters detailing what he thought was wrong with his treatment. The report says Frazier was actually looking for another doctor when he went into the office, but couldn't find him. It says that's when he shot Dr. Christine Lajeunesse in the arm and in the chest. He then advanced further into the office, firing 1 shot at Dr. Charles Godoyan, but missed and hit Shantae Spears in the abdomen. The report says Dr. Godoyan ran from Frazier, and that's when he was fatally shot in the back. The 1 year anniversary of this shooting is 2 weeks from tomorrow.